everybody, happy Wednesday. So excited right now because something absolutely incredible just happened. I was able to see my brand new book for the very first time. So I finally have held this book in my hands. I've never before actually got to hold this physical copy. So it is a really, really big moment for me. And I just wanted to share some of the excitement with you guys. So some of you may know that I am coming out with my very first book really, really soon. So it comes out on April 9th. And this book is not necessarily what you would expect. So a lot of people in the marketing industry come out with marketing books and business books, and I think that's really, really awesome, but this is something totally different. So this book is called Uncensored America, Thought-Provoking Poetry on Faith, Family, and Freedom. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit of the backstory and also just share a few things that are coming up with the launch of the book. So this book was really something that I've been working on for many years. I didn't actually know it at the time, but that's really how it's transpired. So I've been writing poetry my entire life. It's something that is really just a creative outlet for me. And I've probably been doing it since I was about 5 years old. Ultimately, since I could hold a pen or a pencil, this is what I've been doing. And it's something that's extremely personal to me. And I never really shared it with anybody outside of my immediate family. So because I write about the world around me and use my poetry to just make sense of anything that's going on in my life or in the world, I've written about a lot of very interesting things that have taken place over the last 12 months. And I slowly started to just post a few of them on my personal profiles. And the response was really amazing. I got so many people messaging me, thanking me for posting these, but also just a lot of people saying how much they really loved my writing and how much it made them think. And so my family's been telling me for a very long time that I should publish a book of poetry, but I just never really felt that it was something I needed to pursue necessarily. That wasn't the reason that I was writing these poems. But life kind of transpired. I was able to connect with this really awesome publisher. I shared my work with her, and she encouraged me to make this my first book. So this is the cover: Uncensored America, Thought-Provoking Poetry on Faith, Family, and Freedom. And seeing it in print is just about the most incredible thing that I've ever felt, in all honesty. More than any business success, it is something that I have wanted for my entire life, but never really thought I would make it happen necessarily. And I think this just goes to show that we are all given very special skills and natural talents by God. I truly believe that. And just knowing how early in life I started to write like this, I know that this is one of my talents. And it's really become so much more clear that we all have a way to make an impact in a world. And if this is my way to make a bigger impact, then I need to do everything I can to work hard to make it happen. And I truly believe that this book does have the power to really give people hope, give people encouragement, but also help them navigate this very crazy world that we're currently living in. So this book has 7 different chapters. We have Let Freedom Ring, Celebrate America. Then The Land of Opportunity, Entrepreneurship, Self-Growth, and the Free Market. United We Stand, Divided We Fall. That's about exploring controversial issues. Life, Liberty, and the Pursuit of Happiness. This is about remembering what's truly important in life. One Nation Under God. This is finding peace in times of trouble and uncertainty. I'm from the government and I'm here to help, about analyzing our broken system, probably one of my favorite chapters. And We the People, taking personal responsibility. So this book covers so many different themes and subjects. And I know there's going to be something for every single person out there. This is ultimately a pretty easy read. So I'm excited that I may actually get people to read it. I'm a big reader. I love listening to books, reading physical books, and I know that not everyone is necessarily like that. So because this is individual poems, someone could read the whole book in maybe an hour and a half, or they could just go page by page as they want to and read these different poems. So it definitely has the ability to get additional people to read that maybe are not really used to reading. But even more than that, this is something that I feel is totally missing in our world right now. And that is really inspirational art and people creating art that speaks the truth. So that is the purpose of art in general. It's supposed to challenge the things that are happening in our world. It's supposed to show people things that they may not otherwise see. And because this is poetry, it's in a format that I believe is non-threatening. It's something that everyone of every ideology or background can appreciate because it's going to have something for every single person out there. This has been a really interesting experience for me because I've always written these poems and maybe I'll go back and edit them or read them once or twice after I've written it. But ultimately, I didn't really go back and read a lot of my own poetry after the fact. So now being able to put this into a full collection, into a book, reading it myself is definitely an experience that I haven't been able to have before. And it's crazy because even though I've written them, a lot of times I'm reading them as if I'm experiencing them for the very first time. So I'm so excited to share this book with you guys. This is just my first small batch. The actual book is going to be released on April 9th, and you can get that on Amazon. You can get that in bookstores. You'll be able to buy that directly through my website if you want to. But I want to tell you guys what you would be able to get if you buy my book the day it comes out on April 9th. So I really want this to spread far and wide, get this book into the hands of as many people as possible. And so I'm doing something really awesome for anybody who buys the book the day it comes out and writes a review for it. So I've got autographed copies for anybody who is on the list, but most importantly, I'm giving away one of my courses. This is a $500 course called the Organic Growth Quickstart Course. And this could be used by existing business owners. It could also be used for aspiring business owners because everything in this course is about how to grow a business without spending any money on paid advertising. Even though I'm known as somebody who specializes in paid advertising for local businesses, I used these strategies myself to grow my business several $100,000s a year before ever investing in my own paid ads. So this is not just theory, it actually works. And anybody can take these and use it to create a stronger business, get more revenue coming in for themselves, for their families, to be able to hire other people in their community. And we've all seen that local businesses have been hit tremendously hard in the last year. 40% of local businesses have shut their doors permanently. And that is not something I'm okay with. Definitely have some poetry in this book that's covering those topics, but I want this additional bonus to be something that can really help people to either get back in business. Maybe they feel like there's no way to do it after losing so much. The truth is, you don't need money to market effectively. It definitely makes it easier once you get to a point where you would rather spend the money versus the time, because it's really just a time versus money trade-off with just about anything. But I know so many people that I've been talking to lately that they don't own a business yet. They have a lot of really valuable skills. They're maybe considering it, but they don't really feel like they know how to make that happen. And I found a lot of passion lately in just talking it out with these people and helping them understand how their skills can be used to create a business that allows them to work for themselves. I think in past years, it's always been seen as more of a safer thing to work for someone else. There's definitely a lot of risk in some ways that come with running your own business, but at the same time, it's no longer a safer choice, in my opinion. You can be laid off by a business at any time. Maybe the business you worked for closed their doors for good, and you don't have necessarily another option. You could try and find work with someone else, but if you have been thinking about starting a business, there's really no better time, because the truth is there's risk in working for someone, there's risk in owning your own business, but owning a business is so incredibly fulfilling, and you're essentially just putting your fate and your future in your own hands instead of leaving it up to someone else to determine how much you should make or how far you can go. You're able to really dictate all of those things through hard work and making the right choices, because it's not easy. Working for someone else isn't easy either. So I'm excited to be able to give this $500 course away to anybody who signs up for the pre-order list, and that's uncensoredamericabook.com. And when the book comes out on April 9th, I'm going to be sending out an email and a text to everyone on that list, letting them know where they can buy it. And if you purchase and leave that review and send screenshots to our support team, they're going to give you access to this course 100% free. So I really want to encourage everyone, even if you're not sure if you'll like the book, which I can guarantee you will, you're going to be able to get something incredible for, $20 as opposed to $500. So I've shared this book with several people that I know well, the PDF version before the printed copies came, to get their feedback, hear what people were saying. And in all honesty, the feedback that I've received is more than I could have ever hoped for. And I think that this book is so different than anything that's around right now that it will have the ability to just spark conversations and make people think. I think working in social media, I definitely understand how hateful people can be and how nobody really wants to be wrong. People are constantly bickering with each other. But the truth is, this book is a way to start conversations with friends, family, people that you know, because it's open to interpretation. It's going to help you see the bigger picture as opposed to really keeping you stuck in these individual issues that may or may not even be important in the long run. I think that we as a country are in a really critical place right now. And the biggest thing that all of us can do is try and come together with others. So I hope you guys get on that list. I hope you love it. And thanks. Bye-bye.